welcome you all again for the thermodynamic lecture series. Today we are going to discuss about a polytropic process. Okay, so it is a basic process for compression and expansion of gases in a non-flow process. So today we are as a quick recall, so polytropic process follows the law PV power n is equal to constant, where n is your polytropic index. Okay, so here in this polytropic process, it exists both work done and also heat transfer. So it exists both work transfer and also heat transfer in the case of polytropic process. So this polytropic process is a base process for the expansion and compression of gas processes, that is for constant volume process, constant pressure process, constant temperature process and constant entropy, that is isentropic process. For these four processes, this polytropic process is a base process. When you substitute the value of n as 0, 1 and infinity and gamma, we will get these four processes. So this is a base process. From this base process we can derive, by substituting the value of n, you can derive the remaining four processes. Okay, so here exhibits, in the polytropic process exhibits both work done and heat transfer, because the area under the PV diagram is called as work done, the area under the heat transfer is, the area under the TS diagram is your heat transfer, so it exhibits both work done and heat transfer. So here the condition for the polytropic process is PV power n is equal to constant. So here consider this as a polytropic process. When we draw a combination of the plot for all the five processes, this polytropic process is a base process, PV power n is equal to constant. When you substitute n is equal to infinity, then this process becomes constant volume process. And when you substitute n is equal to 0, that is anything power 0 is 1, so that is P is equal to constant, so it becomes constant pressure process or isobaric process. When you substitute n is equal to 1, then the temperature is constant in the relation, so it is a constant temperature process. When you substitute n is equal to gamma, then you will get PV power gamma equal to constant, so it is a reversible adiabatic or isentropic process. So why it is called as this PV power n equal to constant is a polytropic process, and it is a base for your expansion and compression of the gases. So with this we can move into your expression for polytropic process. Okay, so as we all know, the initial pressure and the final pressures are P1 and P2 for your polytropic process, and the initial volume as V1 and final volume as V2. Temperatures are T1 and T2 for initial and final, and S1 and S2 are the entropies for the initial and the final state. Here the law PV power n equal to constant, where n is your polytropic index. So this n value can varies from 0 to infinity. Okay, so it attains 0, 1, 1.1, 1.2 up to infinity. The n value varies. So why it is called as the base process of your expansion and compression of the gases. That is, it is a general law for the expansion and compression of the gases. So we are going to derive a relationship between pressure, volume and temperature, work done by the gas by work done is equal to integral of PdV, and change in internal energy, heat transfer, change in enthalpy and change in entropy. So first one, we are going to derive a relationship between PVT for your polytropic process. As we know, it is a PV power n is equal to constant. Okay, when I applying the limits 1 and 2, that is initial and the final condition, to this equation, you will get P1 V1 power n is equal to P2 V2 power n. So from this equation I am finding out P1 by P2, which is equal to V2 by V1 whole to the power of n. Okay, so keep it as equation number 2. Then from your general gas equation, as we all know, the general gas equation is PV by T equal to constant. The constant term is M and R. Okay, so when we equate at initial and the final condition, you will get the equation P1 V1 by T1, which is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Then from this general equation I am going to find it out P1 and P2, because here it is P1 and P2. From this equation also I am going to derive P1 by P2. Then I can equate these two terms. Okay, then what we can get, that is, from the general gas equation, P1 by P2 is V2 by V1 into T1 by T2 here. Okay, So when we equate the equation number 2 and 3, you will get V2 by V1 into T1 by T2, which is equal to V2 by V1 whole to the power of n. Then I am keeping T1 by T2 as left hand side and bringing out this V1 by V2 to the right hand side. Then it comes to the denominator. Then it can be written as inverse. Okay. So here you see that in the next equation these bases are equal, so we can add the powers. So T1 by T2 is equal to V2 by V1 whole to the power of n minus 1. So consider this as equation number 4. So from equation 1, again I am considering the equation 1. What is the equation 1? Equation 1 is PV power n equal to constant. Again I am applying the initial and the final condition. In the previous case I am finding out P1 by P2 from this equation, and this case I am going to find out the ratio of the volume. So here I am going to find it out V1 by V2, that is V1 by V2 whole to the power of n is equal to P2 by P1. Then shifting these powers to this side you will get 1 by n. So V1 by V2 which is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power of 1 by n. So consider this equation as 5. Then again from your general gas equation as P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So from this equation I am going to find it out V1 by V2. Then I am equate the two equation. So that is V1 by V2 is equal to P2 by P1 into T1 by T2. Consider this equation as 6. So in the previous equation number 5 we find it out V1 by V2, that is P2 by P1 whole to the power of 1 by n. We can equate that equation 5 and equation 6. You will get this. As similar to that previous slides, from this also we find it out T1 by T2. So keep on the temperature term one side and pressure term at the other side. Here you see the base terms are equal, so you can add the powers. Okay, so here that is T1 by T2 is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power of 1 by n minus 1. So taking the power of the LCM, you will get T1 by T2 which is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power of 1 minus n by n. Then I am writing the inverse of this term. Okay, when I am writing the inverse of this term, P2 by P1 can be written as P1 by P2 whole inverse. Okay, so that is 1 minus sign will be included here. Then I am multiplying this minus sign to this bracket, you will get T1 by T2 which is equal to P1 by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 by n. Then your final equation, that is that equation 4 contains temperature in terms of volume. Temperature which is equal to volume. Here temperature equal to pressure. Then I can equate all the three relations. Temperature T1 by T2 is equal to P1 by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 by n, which is equal to V2 by V1 whole to the power of n minus 1. The next one is we are going to find it out work done by the gas. So work done during any process is given by work done is equal to integral of P into dV. As we know, since it is a polytropic process, PV power n is equal to constant, so we can write PV power n is equal to P1 V1 power n. So from this equation you find it out pressure P is equal to P1 into V1 by V whole to the power of n. Substitute this value in this equation. In this pressure you substitute P1 into V1 by V whole to the power of n. Then the equation becomes work done is equal to integral of 1 to 2 into P1 into V1 by V whole to the power of n into dV. In this P1 and V1 power n are constant, so take it outside. Then integrate 1 by Vn. So before integrating I am writing it that into V to the power of minus n. That is integration of V to the power of minus n will be V to the power of minus n plus 1 divided by minus n plus 1. Then for my convenient I am writing out this term as simple V to the power of 1 minus n divided by 1 minus n here, bringing out this 1 to the before minus n. Then you apply the limits. Here 1 minus n is constant, so take it outside. Here varying term is volume, so you apply the limits. Upper limit is 2 and lower limit is 1. Then your equation becomes V to the power of 1 minus n minus V1 to the power of 1 minus n. Then here I am multiplying this P1 V1 to this bracket. In the next step what I am going to do, I am going to multiply this P1 V1 power n to the individual terms of both the terms. Then your equation becomes like this. Okay. As we know, PV power n equal to constant, and we can apply initial and the final condition, we will get this equation. Instead of P1 into V1 power n, you can substitute P2 into V2 power n in this equation. Okay. So you see this, concentrate on this term. v2 power n and v2 power 1 minus n. Here the bases are same, so we can add powers, that is n plus 1 minus n plus n minus n will get cancelled, so the term becomes v2. Similarly, we will get p1 into v1. Okay, so by solving the simple equation, so we will get work done is equal to p2 v2 minus p1 v1 by 1 minus n. Again, I am multiplying one minus sign to the numerator and one minus sign to the denominator. Then you will get p1 v1 minus p2 v2 divided by n minus 1. As we know, the gas equation is PV is equal to MRT. So work done is equal to MRT1 minus MRT2. In that M and R are constant, so take it outside. You will get work done is equal to MR into T1 minus T2 divided by n minus 1. So this is a work done equation for your polytropic process. So here we are going to find out the heat transfer for the polytropic process from the first law of thermodynamics. So Q is equal to W plus del U, where work done is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 divided by n minus 1 and delta U is MCV into T2 minus T1. So as we all know, PV is equal to MRT, so you substitute the relation and we will get the equation like this. Then for my convenience, I am taking out the 1 minus sign from this as second term. Okay, then your equation will be minus MCV into T1 minus T2. Here, the next step, the first term m and T1 minus T2 and then the second term m and T1 minus T2 are common. Take it outside. The remaining term will be R by n minus 1 minus Cv. The next step, I am going to find out this Cv and substitute in this equation from your. So that is R is equal to Cp minus Cv. So divide this whole equation divided by Cv. You will get R by Cv equal to Cp by Cv, which is equal to Cv by Cv. As we know, Cp by Cv is your specific heat ratios, that is gamma. So gamma minus 1. So we need to find out Cv. So Cv is equal to R by gamma minus 1. So replace this here existing of Cv. So that will be replaced as R by gamma minus 1. Then in the next step, R is common in both the terms. You take it outside and you will take LCM here. That is gamma minus 1 minus n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 into gamma minus 1. In the next step, you remove this bracket and you can add all those terms. You will get, that is minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. Then it is gamma minus n. Here I am taking out this n minus 1 outside. So mr T1 minus T2 divided by n minus 1 into gamma minus n by gamma minus 1. What is this one? So this one is your work done. As we are find it out, that is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 divided by n minus 1. So this is your work done for your polytropic process. So we can write heat transfer equal to work done into gamma minus n by gamma minus 1. So again we are going to find it out. Change in enthalpy, so H is equal to U plus PV. So differentiate this equation, you will get dH is equal to du into d of PV. When we integrate from the terms 1 to 2, you will get H2 minus H1 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Since we know that delta U is equal to MCV into T2 minus T1, substitute here, and PV is equal to MRT, you can substitute the relations of initial and the final condition, you will get this equation. So here I am taking out the T2 minus T1, that is common terms outside. Okay, and in the next step, I'm here M and T2 minus T1, M and T2 minus T1 are common, so take outside. You will get M into T2 minus T1 into Cv plus R. So we know that R is equal to Cp minus Cv. So specific heat capacity at constant pressure is R plus Cv. So replace this R plus Cv as Cp. So the final delta H is equal to Mcp into T2 minus T1. Or we can be written as MCP into delta T or dt. As a change in entropy for a polytropic process can be derived from the heat transfer equation. Okay, so that is dq is, that is heat transfer is equal to work done into gamma minus n by gamma minus 1. As we all know, the entropy is your change of heat transfer with respect to the temperature. Okay, that is the ratio of heat transfer by your temperature is nothing but your entropy, change in entropy. That is, here the work done can be written as P into dV and dividing this whole equation by T, because we need entropy. So divide this heat transfer by T. What is dq by T? So dq by T is ds. So that is your entropy. Then from the relation PV is equal to MRT, you find it out P by T. So P by T is MR by V. Then substitute this P by T in this equation. You will get dq by T is equal to gamma minus n by gamma minus 1 into MR by V into dV. Then dq by T is ds. So we can write ds. M and R are constant, you take outside. Gamma minus n by gamma minus 1 into dV by V. Okay, then you integrate the above equation, you will get mr into gamma minus n by gamma minus 1. These all terms are constant. Then integral of 1 to 2 into dv by v. So the integral of 1 by v into dv is ln v. That is, you substitute upper limit to the lower limit. That is ln v2 minus ln v1. That ln v2 minus ln v1 can be written as ln of v2 by v1 here. So ds equal to mr ln v2 by v1 into gamma minus n by gamma minus 1. So this is the equation for change in entropy in your polytropic process. Thank you.